I'm not uploading this in the morning, but it is pretty early right now, so it only seems fitting to say good morning. But today's video is going to be really fun, and it is going to be my first impression. But I love watching first impression videos. They are one of my favorites to watch, and It's Duty Time first impressions are above all, in my opinion. I absolutely love those. So if you see me kind of modeling my video after hers, that is why. First impressions can be a little tricky because it all depends on their skin type and things like that. So please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I know I do when I'm watching It's Duty Time videos because she has oily skin and I don't. So for all my dry skin, fair skin girls out there, this might be for you, but I feel like no matter what our skin type is, we can always benefit from these videos. So I'm sure you know exactly which product I'm doing for you today, and it is the CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation. And I got this in a haul at CVS, and I featured it in a video not too long ago, but ever since then I have kept my hands off this incredibly. I never once touched it, tried it, or anything like that, so I could film this for you. So without further ado, let's jump right in and get into some basic information. Okay, so to start out with this product, which is the CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation. I got mine at CVS for $8.79, and for that price you get 18 milliliters or 0.6 fluid ounce liquid. I always thought it was liquid fluid ounces, but on here it says fluid ounce liquid. Not like that matters. But I got the shade 310, and I believe it's Classic Ivory. I don't see on here a shade name, but once I got online, that's what it said, Classic Ivory. So the packaging is really nice. I think at the end of this video, after we've decided how it wears on my skin, I'm going to do a really quick comparison to the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream Makeup, because I know we all have either tried it, seen it, you know, it's a very similar product to this, and the packaging is very similar but also a lot different. So I want to touch on that later, but just for the time being, it is a glass container and just a regular lid, and it's really nice packaging in my opinion. I like it. I did try a swatch of it on my hand in that haul, and it's very light, very creamy, and from the swatch I really thought it didn't have a lot of pink undertones, and in that haul I touched on how a lot of fair products have pink undertones that don't really suit my skin, so I was really happy to see that. But before we get into applying it, I wanted to go to the site to tell you what this is marketed as. So I'm going to be looking at my phone, and this is the mobile version of CoverGirl's website, but I think it'll have all of the information that we need. So what it says is our new lightweight whipped cream foundation gives your skin a boost of moisture without the greasy, shiny finish. You'll love the dreamy 100% breathable formula that leaves your skin looking smooth, natural, and matte. Available in 10 shades to match your skin tone. I got out my Sigma F82 as well as my beauty blender, and I figured when I go to new foundations, I typically tend to use the brush. And so I'm going to start with the brush on half my face, and we will see how the coverage is, and then I'm going to even it out with the beauty blender just to see if these have any difference in application. So I'm going to start with this product just by dipping my hand or my finger into it, getting about that much on there. And I'm going to start with my right side because I tend to have more acne discoloring on this side than that side. So we'll begin with this one. I'm just going to dab this all over. So I'm going to go in with my Sigma Round Top Kabuki F82. And I'm just going to blend this in circles. So the color, first off, is looking really great on my skin. I have gotten some sun. And when I got this, I remember getting the, I think, third shade that my CVS carried, which normally you guys know that I'm the first. But this, man, is feeling super light and really smooth, which is neat. And really, for this being the third shade, it's not super dark, which for me is good, but if you do have darker skin, I think it's blending out even lighter than what it's looking like in here, which for me, like I said, is good. But if you have a darker, more medium skin tone, just watch out for that, because if they come off a little lighter, you might want to go a little darker, if that makes sense. So I'm going all over my eye area to see how this covers up dark circles, and I am liking this product. So there we have one foundation side to no foundation side. So I see a big difference. I see a difference in everything. The evenness of my skin, but at the same time it's feeling very light, which is what it claimed to do, which is nice. I see still a little bit of redness peeking through. It's still a natural finish. Right now, I would say it's a pretty light to medium, more on the medium side of things as far as coverage goes. But it did do something to my under eye circles, and on the skin it feels very, very smooth, very, very soft, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this other side with my beauty blender to see if there's any difference at all in applying. Okay, so we're finished up evening out our skin tone, and by that I just mean we've applied it to both sides. And it's hard to say, but I think I've gotten a little more coverage with the brush side. You can see here that I have a nice scar from a little blemish there. Maybe not little, but you know what I mean. And it still has a little bit of redness peeking through, but over here I felt like it concealed my acne scarring a little better, and you guys know that's what I struggle with the most. So as far as my skin goes, that's what I'm looking to cover up. But I'm going to go back and see if I can use this kind of as a spot concealer to see how it works, to see if it's buildable. Alrighty, so there's my finished face with nothing but the CoverGirl foundation on, and I'm very, very, very pleased. Very pleased. It evened out my skin tone, got rid of all the redness. It's definitely buildable in the places that you need it. And like I said, I think I got a little more coverage with the brush, but I'm not going to set it. I'm not going to add any more concealer. I am going to go finish the rest of my makeup, aka mascara, blush, eyebrows, things like that. Okay, so to this look, I just added a few things, and I figured I'd touch on them since it's just 4 things. And the first thing I added was MAC Pinch O Peach Blush. I did my eyebrows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in Brunette. Then I went in with the CoverGirl Flamed Out Mascara in Black Blaze. And ended everything with one of my growing favorites, which is C Sheer by MAC. So I did have a few final thoughts that struck me when doing the rest of my makeup, and that is that this foundation is not matte. When I was reading the paragraph, it said natural matte, and by that I thought it meant natural coverage and a matte finish, but when I'm looking at the mirror right now, I see a shine on my skin, and there's nothing that's bad, but when I prefer a matte foundation and I'm told something's going to be matte, I kind of want it to be matte. So if I wasn't doing a first impression, I would totally set this, but I'm not, for you guys to see if this gets any more dewy, any more shiny throughout the day. So that is all I can do for you guys right now. It is currently 8:15 in the morning, and believe it or not, I'm going to get my hair cut. So you guys will get to see my haircut when I get back later. So the next clip is either going to be in the car or in my room, and with the power of video editing, here it is. Bye guys! Hi guys! Look at this! I love it. I hands down love it. I didn't think my hair could look this healthy, and it just shows you what a haircut can do. So thank you, Tara, if you're watching this. I absolutely love it. Alright, so with all that out of the way, you guys are getting a little sneak peek of my awesome haircut. I am going to get into this foundation, and I will say that's a little shiny. Right now it is 12:27, so it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. And it's held up well. Has it held up perfectly? No. I definitely feel like I have less coverage than I did when I applied it, but my blush is still on, and as far as under eye circles and stuff go, it's still, you know, bearable. If I was going somewhere with my family or something, would I throw on a little concealer? Probably. But for every day, you know, for me right now, it's okay. With this, I don't feel like it's too bad, especially when I'm looking at it in here. I think in the car, it looks a little bit different in natural light. Out there, it looks like I have a little less coverage than I do right now. But I really think overall it's okay. I think it's holding up very similar to the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream makeup. So let me know how you guys think this foundation is holding up, and I'll check back in at the end of the night. So it is the end of the night for me, and I want to explain this for a second, but it's almost 5 o'clock, and I've had this foundation on for about 9 hours. And really from here on out, I'm going to just stay at home and eat dinner with my family, and normally when I'm home I always take my makeup off, so that's why I'm going ahead and filming this at 5, just so I don't have to keep it on much longer. But I must say that, you know, this isn't a bad foundation by any means, but it does have staying power left over. I didn't feel like I got too shiny. Like I said, I probably would have applied a powder, but other than that, I think it's okay. You can see where some of the redness has come through, as well as my under eye circles throughout the day. And like I said, since I got my hair cut and everything, I've just kind of been home lounging around. So I could only imagine how much more this would deteriorate on the skin if you're out and about, especially on a hot day. But I mean, I still see my blush. My blush is visible. That's always a good sign. But other than that, I think I'm going to return this product just because I still have the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream makeup, and to me they're about the same thing. There are some pros though, and it's mainly to do with this packaging. I went ahead and got down the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream makeup, and I have just 150 buff if you were curious, but as you can see, I've used a lot of this. I've had this for a really long time, but it's pretty much the same consistency. If anything, this is a little bit thinner, meaning it's just like a little less moussey. Like if you look at this kind of has a more mousse-like texture. I want to point out the packagings on both of these because they are very similar in glass containers with lids. And the one thing I wanted to point out with though is that you only get 0.2 fluid ounces more in the Revlon Color Stay. So it just shows you how bulky that manufacturers can make packaging and how convenient and compact they can make it as well. I did want to say that if you travel, if this is going to be a foundation you take with you, I would definitely gravitate toward the CoverGirl one because this is considerably more heavy. As far as formulas go, they are just a whipped makeup, and like I was saying, this one might be a little bit thinner, but in my opinion, coverage wise, I think it's about the same. I want to say though I prefer this Revlon version a little more. I feel like the staying power is a little better and the coverage is even a little better, as well as the lasting power, because I know Emily Eddington in the past has said that she likes to use this on brides, which is amazing, and that just shows you right there it has a lot more staying power. But like I said, this isn't a bad foundation, but I think I am going to return it. So that concludes my very first impression, and I had an amazing time filming it. I feel like I say that a lot, but I really have a blast filming these for you, and I really hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please make sure to give it a thumbs up so I can do more first impressions, even on things other than foundation in the future. But please subscribe as well because I have some awesome videos coming out. One that I'm super duper excited about on a whole brand new line of makeup. So make sure to stay tuned for that, and as always, have a wonderful day. Bye! These are videos that I absolutely love filming. Sorry, that was Lily. I feel like I'm saying that in every video now. Fluid ounce liquid. Liquid fluid ounces.